Hey there, Vikings faithful. Skull Nation. It's your boy, Eric the Purple, coming at you with the hottest Minnesota Vikings news that's got the NFL world buzzing. Imagine this. Kirk Cousins, our former QB, just dropped a bombshell about why he left Minnesota, and it's got us all feeling like we're watching our ex thrive with someone new. What did Kirk say, and what does it mean for our Vikings in 2025? Stick around because we're diving deep into this drama, plus the latest on our team's offseason plans. Let's get it. So what's the deal with Kirk Cousins? In the new season of Netflix's Quarterback, released today, July 8th, 2025, Kirk opened up about his move to Atlanta and how a sneaky draft decision by the Falcons left him feeling blindsided. This isn't just gossip. It's a story that hits hard for every Vikings fan who cheered for Kirk during his 6 years in purple. We're breaking it down into 10 electrifying segments. So grab your skull chant and let's unpack this Vikings saga together. What do you think? Did Kirk make the right call, or are we better off without him? Drop it in the comments. It all started in March 2024, when Kirk Cousins inked a massive 4-year, $180 million deal with the Atlanta Falcons. For us Vikings fans, it was a gut punch. After 6 seasons, for Pro Bowls and countless clutch throws to Justin Jefferson, Kirk was leaving Minnesota behind for what seemed like a golden opportunity in Atlanta. But here's the twist. Kirk thought he was signing up to be the guy for years, not a potential placeholder. What Kirk didn't know was that the Falcons had their eyes on the future. Just weeks after signing him, Atlanta stunned the NFL by drafting Washington QB Michael Penix Jr. with the number 8 pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Kirk got a call from the Falcons while they were on the clock. No heads up, no warning. Can you imagine how that felt? Betrayed? Blindsided? That's exactly what Kirk's hinting at. In Quarterback, Kirk doesn't hold back, saying, "At the time, it felt like I had been a little bit misled." Ouch. That's the kind of raw emotion that makes you wonder. What if Kirk had all the facts? Would he still be wearing purple? This moment sets the stage for a bigger question. Did the Vikings dodge a bullet? Or did we lose a franchise cornerstone? Let's keep digging. What's your take? Should Kirk have stayed? Sound off below. Kirk's decision to leave Minnesota wasn't just about Atlanta's offer. The Vikings played a role in pushing him out the door. Minnesota offered Kirk a deal last offseason, but it was a year-to-year contract with no long-term security. Kirk, a family man who loved Minnesota, wanted stability. He said, "It became clear that we were going to be there year to year, and that's what we didn't want." When Kirk asked the Vikings to match Atlanta's longer commitment, they said, "Nope, we're good with our offer." Kirk's response? "Okay, you made my decision really easy." That's cold, Vikings fans. Our front office basically told Kirk to take a hike, knowing they were eyeing a new QB in the draft. And sure enough, they picked J.J. McCarthy at number 10 in 2024. But here's the kicker. Kirk didn't know both teams were drafting QBs high. This revelation stings. Kirk loved Minnesota. He loved throwing to Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. He even compared watching the Vikings now to seeing someone dating the person you used to date. That's a dagger to the heart for us fans. But it also makes you wonder, did the Vikings know they were setting Kirk up for this? And what does this say about our team's trust in their players? Let's talk about that next. What do you think of the Vikings front office move here? Let's get to the juicy part. Kirk's regret. In Quarterback, he flat out said, "I had no reason to leave Minnesota with how much we loved it there. If both teams were going to be drafting a quarterback high." Translation: if Kirk knew Atlanta was drafting Michael Penix Jr., he might have stayed with the Vikings, even knowing we were targeting J.J. McCarthy. That's a massive what if for Vikings fans. Imagine Kirk staying in Kevin O'Connell's offense, slinging it to Jefferson and Addison, maybe leading us deeper into the playoffs. Kirk was comfortable here. He threw for over 23,000 yards and over 171 touchdowns in 6 seasons with us. But instead, he's got a front-row seat to our success without him. The Vikings went 14-3 in 2024 with Sam Darnold stepping up big time, while Kirk's Falcons limped to a 7-6 record before he was benched. Does that make you smirk, Skull Nation, or feel a twinge of sympathy for Kirk? This regret isn't just about Kirk. It's about what could have been for our Vikings. Did we miss a chance to keep a proven QB? Or did we make the right call betting on youth with McCarthy? The debate's heating up, and I want to hear your thoughts from you in the comments. But hold tight, because Kirk's next move is where things get really interesting. What's Kirk's future look like? Let's dive in. So, what happened to Kirk in Atlanta? His 2024 season wasn't exactly a fairy tale. He started 14 games, throwing for 3,508 yards, 18 touchdowns, and a career-high 16 interceptions. The Falcons went 7-6 with Kirk under center, but by Week 10, things started unraveling. An injury against the Saints raised red flags, and Kirk admitted he played through pain, inspired by Drew Brees' grit, fearing Penix would steal his job. By Week 14, the Falcons had seen enough. They benched Kirk for Penix, who's now their QB of the future. Kirk's now entering 2025 as a $180 million backup. Talk about a fall from grace. His contract, with a no-trade clause and $37.5 million in dead cap space, makes trading him tricky. Some rumors floated about a return to Minnesota, but with J.J. McCarthy and Sam Darnold locked in, that's a long shot, Vikings fans. This twist has us asking, is Kirk's NFL career at a crossroads? He's 37, coming off a rough season, and stuck behind a rookie. But he's also a 4-time Pro Bowler with a rocket arm. Could another team take a chance on him? Or is Kirk destined to ride the pine in Atlanta? What do you think? Where does Kirk land in 2025? Drop your predictions in the comments. Let's keep rolling with this story. Now let's shift gears to our Vikings. While Kirk's drama unfolds in Atlanta, Minnesota's thriving. In 2024, Sam Darnold shocked the NFL, leading us to a 14-3 record with 4,050 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, and just 10 interceptions. J.J. McCarthy, our number 10 pick, missed the season due to injury, but he's reportedly rehabbing well and ready to compete in 2025 training camp. Skull Nation, we're stacked at QB. Our offense was a juggernaut last year, with Justin Jefferson hauling in 1,600 yards and Jordan Addison emerging as a legit WR2 with 900 yards. Kevin O'Connell's play calling kept defenses on their heels, and our defense, under Brian Flores, ranked top 10 in points allowed. As we head into the 2025 offseason, the Vikings are focused on bolstering our defensive line and secondary, per Vikings.com. Big moves are coming. This success makes Kirk's comments hit different. He's watching us ball out while he's benched in Atlanta. Does that prove the Vikings made the right call letting him go? Or does Kirk's regret make you wonder what could have been? I'm torn, Skull Nation. Let's your vibe. Are we better off with Darnold and McCarthy? Hit the comments and let's talk it out. But wait, there's more to this story. Let's rewind to why Kirk left Minnesota. The Vikings front office wasn't shy about their plans. They told Kirk they were drafting a QB in 2024's first round but wanted him to stay as QB1 for at least a year. Kirk, craving a multi-year deal, wasn't feeling the year-to-year vibe. Atlanta swooped in with $100 million guaranteed, promising him the starting role through 2027. Sounds like a no-brainer, right? But here's where it gets wild. The Falcons pulled the same move Minnesota planned, drafting Penix without telling Kirk. Kirk thought he was escaping a team drafting his replacement, only to land in the exact same spot. In quarterback, he laughs it off, saying, "I had no reason to leave Minnesota if both teams are doing this." That's gotta burn for Kirk, knowing he could have stayed with us. This double-cross makes you wonder, did Kirk get played by Atlanta, or did he misjudge his value? And for us Vikings fans, it's a reminder of how cutthroat the NFL can be. Our front office chose youth over Kirk, and so far it's paying off. But what if Kirk had stayed? Would we be Super Bowl contenders with him? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Keep the Skull spirit alive. Let's move to the next twist. Kirk's comments about watching the Vikings are pure gold for us fans. During the 2024 preseason, he watched Sam Darnold sling passes to Jefferson and Addison and said it felt like seeing someone else dating the person you used to date. That's such a Kirk thing to say, witty but raw. He's clearly still got love for Minnesota, and it's gotta hurt seeing us succeed without him. Picture this. Kirk, sitting in Atlanta, watching our electric offense light up the scoreboard. Jefferson and Addison are catching bombs from Darnold, while Kirk's stuck backing up Penix. It's like watching your old team throw the party you weren't invited to. For us, it's a mix of pride and nostalgia. Kirk gave us 6 great years, 70,000 plus yards, 171 TDs, but now we're rolling with a new crew. Does Kirk's analogy make you laugh or sigh? This moment's a perfect snapshot of Kirk's journey and our Vikings' evolution. We're moving forward, but Kirk's still got a piece of our purple soul. What do you think? Does Kirk's heartbreak make you miss him, or are you all in on our new era? Drop it in the comments. We're almost at the end, but there's one big question left for our Vikings. Let's keep going. As we near the end, let's talk about what's cooking for our Vikings in 2025. According to Vikings.com, the team's hitting minicamp this month, with J.J. McCarthy back throwing and looking sharp. Sam Darnold's locked in as QB1 for now, but McCarthy's ready to battle for reps. The front office is eyeing free agent edge rushers and cornerbacks to beef up our defense, aiming to make us legit Super Bowl threats. Skol Nation, the hype is real. Meanwhile, Kirk's future's a giant question mark. Atlanta's committed to Penix, and Kirk's hefty contract makes trades tough. Some outlets, like Sporting News, floated a crazy 4-team trade sending Kirk to the 49ers, but it's a long shot. Minnesota's not in the mix, our QB room's set. Still, you can't help but wonder. Could Kirk resurrect his career elsewhere, or is his starting days done? This uncertainty keeps the NFL drama alive. For us, it's about cheering our Vikings while Kirk's story plays out. What's your predictions for our 2025 season? Are we hoisting the Lombardi Trophy? And where do you see Kirk landing? Let's hear it in the comments. One more stop before we wrap this Vikings epic. Let's dive into the bigger picture. Let's zoom out on the Vikings quarterback carousel. Kirk's departure, McCarthy's draft, and Darnold's breakout define our 2024 season. The Vikings took a gamble on youth and flexibility, and it's paid dividends. 14-3, a playoff run, and a fanbase buzzing with hope. Kirk's saga shows how one decision, his or the team's, can ripple across the NFL. But for us, it's proof our front office has a plan. Kirk's misled comments shine a light on the NFL's ruthless nature. Teams plan years ahead, and players, even stars like Kirk, aren't always in the loop. Atlanta's Penix pick blindsided him, just like our McCarthy pick might have. Yet Kirk's resilience, playing through injury, staying professional, reminds us why we loved him. He's not our QB anymore, but he's still a class act. What's your favorite Kirk memory from his Vikings days? This story's got us fired up for what's next. Our Vikings are building something special, and Kirk's watching from afar. Are we ready to take the NFC North by storm in 2025? Or do you think Kirk's got one last shot at glory elsewhere? Let's keep the Skol Nation convo going. Drop your thoughts below. One final piece of this puzzle awaits. Let's close it out strong. Alright, Skol Nation, we've dissected Kirk Cousins' bombshell, relived his Vikings days, and peeked into our purple future. From Kirk feeling misled by Atlanta to watching our Vikings soar with Darnold and McCarthy. This is the kind of drama that makes us love Vikings. Kirk's story's a reminder. The NFL's unpredictable, but our passion for Minnesota never fades. Skol forever, Vikings fans. So what's the big question for 2025? Will our Vikings finally break through and bring home that Super Bowl? Or will Kirk rewrite his legacy somewhere else? I need your hot takes in the comments. Let's keep the Skol Nation roaring. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more Vikings news, and share this with your purple crew. Hit the bell so you never miss a beat of Vikings news. Skol Vikings. Let's ride this wave into 2025. Who's with me? Drop that Skol in the comments, and let's keep the NFC North shaking. Until next time, keep bleeding purple, Vikings faithful.